So I'm gonna do an outdoor mission. I'm just testing the frame rate to see the real differences between 12800 and 10600s, because apparently it's faster, but it might not be more effective. I don't know how that would work. Steam's just an overall piece of shit. It's an operating system. It's a interface. It's an operating system on an operating system. So it'll crash. There will be bugs. I can't basically type, and half of the PS4 controls do not work on it. I mean, the Xbox S controller, believe it or not, was a lot better than the PS4 controller. Like, I can't jump, spin, and slide anymore. And I can't use a skateboard on it. And I looked it up, and everyone has that issue. Overall, junk, basically. But the 10600 RAM is much worse than the 12800 RAM. Like, this area would get constant clipping, where right now I'm getting, even with recording, I'm getting average 50 frames, 60 frames.
Welcome.
We're just gonna do any outdoor mission here. We don't care.
Rightio, see you soon. The quills are at it again, telling me an important Oregon relic is being unearthed.
There are other issues, like if I chat or if I invite someone, I won't be able to. Like, I won't be able to invite anyone to my clan, because that function doesn't work. And coincidentally, it disables the mouse invite function. Whereas my old Xbox S controller had perfect functions for every single button. Like, I could even do emotes, where I cannot do emotes any longer. The Xbox S controller is only like, I did hold functions for all the buttons and it worked perfectly. The only reason it was a piece of shit, I programmed the controller from scratch and it was like awesome. The only area where it was a piece of junk was that you have to replug the controller in after standby mode. Not a big deal. The USB ports are right next to me. I just replugged it in every time. I really miss that controller. I could actually twirl in the air right here. I could twirl in a 360 with that controller in the air. I cannot do that with the PS4 controller anymore. So after a while, like, I thought it was cool at first, but after a while I thought, you know, I was really, it's too bad that controller broke. What happened, how did it break, is that the USB stick on the left finally gave way. Like, it does not center anymore, so it broke permanently. And then I tried to fix it, and and then it wouldn't even be detected. Like, I accidentally put too much.
Do not let them retake it.
All I know is the USB stick broke, and then I tried to use an older circuit board, and that one has some sort of connection issue, so it kept disconnecting. But I do recommend the Xbox S controller over any other controller in the market for this game, because the buttons are right right next to you. you can spin, and there's my configuration under Sniper 99 has it so every button works in unison. You can do every single possible move on that controller as you can with a keyboard and mouse. This PS4 controller is junk. It's junk in this game. It feels good, but it's junk. Like they programmed it so the signatures would be defective. I just think that's ridiculous. And I programmed that controller, the Xbox S controller, so like the hold function was like the key to programming it. It bypassed the problems of the SBCD glitch. I mean, sure, it would be problematic on Steam interface, but the program was perfect. And it disappeared after I plugged the controller in because the drivers disappeared, which is unfortunate. Not lots of people will know the power of the Xbox S controller being so effective. Like, all the buttons were, you know, they were all they were all near your right thumb, so you could do every single move. Like, I'm much slower now. Like, I can't do a spin. I can't do this spin and slide in the midair. I cannot do that anymore. Oh, fuck. Damn. I just landed into a fire pit. Man, I just think it's so that they don't support, that Windows 7 doesn't even support that controller. But if you look at Windows 7 in general, there's a reason why people have game consoles, okay? Like, the support on it is so random. You might as well just buy the Steam controller made for Steam.
There's the captive. Take out the guards. But be warned,
you might as well do that.
Has been strapped with a bomb
because you're not going to get any luck with these third-party controllers. Proof is I'm using the PS4 controller right now, and it works worse than the Xbox S controller with the unsupported Windows 7 drivers, believe it or not. This controller works worse. No skateboard for me. Let me do a skateboard real quick. Watch. Oh no, look how fast I'm going. Wow, thanks. Like, what? That's what I hate about computers too. Like, you don't even admit that you're using an operating system on another operating system. You know, why does my computer right now work as fast, if not faster, than some dork with Windows updated and 4 gigs of GPU RAM, basically? I have to tweak the shit out of the fucking operating system. It's fucking retarded. You don't need all that RAM. Like, you're just kidding yourself. What makes a console fast is the RAM speed, like the megahertz. I actually went on a YouTube video of Linus Tech, and they were like, oh, the megahertz don't matter. That's a large, that's a very fake statement. The megahertz, the hardware is what makes your computer run. What disables your computer is the baggage, the Windows Update, and you know, people controlling your PC through the network.
Good. Now insert that into the console.
And you can definitely bypass that. See how fast it works? It's like I'm on a library computer. It's very smooth. And I only have 1 gig of RAM. I have hyper-threading on iCore 3. That's about it. It is a lot smoother. I tested it with 16 gigs of 10 600 U's, and I started getting like clipping, just like it was at 8 gigs or 10. I used 10 gigs for a while, and it's no different than 8. Actually, 10 gigs helped 8 gigs on 600 U's. It helped it. So more RAM can help, but it won't help the speed of the game. The clipping will still be there. The load functions will still be effective. The faggots will still load fucking avast emergency updates, or they'll still get into your task scheduler. Those people are truly faggots. They don't understand how processes work. It's all first party, none of that third party. And that's how consoles work so well. It's not my fault that they're dumb. They're like humans. Or at least supposed to be there. I got this gun right here. I hate that thing. I've been upgrading every single weapon as of late. And I got a shitty sword too.
We're in. The resources.
The relic. You found it. The Quills will be very happy to hear this.
These fags aren't even gonna help. I had this one guy like he went up to me and he started to heal me with no one around. Then just walked away. It's not like I'm going to get hurt by that dumb fag. I have this stupid sword too. As you can see, the game runs faster than it doesn't run faster than PS4. Like you get some clipping on the Venus stage when it loads, but it runs very smooth, like the PS4. Okay. Like you can have really slow RAM. And the difference will be not in the frames per second, mind you. It will be definitely in the loading and clipping and the general loading of certain areas. That's why PS4 has like, it's way up there. Like, I have 1.6, PS4 is like, the old PS4 is like 2.7. gigs of speed RAM. I've 1.6 gigs of speed RAM. Megahertz, whatever. 1.6 gigs, yeah. So my gigs is equivalent to like the PS4. It's almost up there. It's like the PS4 is 2.6, so it's like half the speed. Whereas the 4 is a quarter of the speed. And the RAM does everything for the environment. It makes the game more stable. So and guess what? That's the reason why 8 gigs of 12800 U's costs $30 and 8 gigs of 10800 U's cost $10. The PS4 is 600 megahertz faster. I'm 300 megahertz faster than the 10600 U's. PS4 is much smoother, and you notice that they don't have loading problems whatsoever. So all it has to do with the RAM. All game consoles, they're built on fast RAM. And if you think your GPU does everything, you gotta be kidding me. My GPU RAM right now is at a measly 1000 megahertz. It's very slow. What's kicking this speed, like this smoothness, is the 12800U RAM. The GPU, this video card is very old. It's from 2010. It's supposed to support low resolutions. It can't do HD. That's the big difference you get from rant. Wait, are we finished or something? Yeah, we are. It looks like we're finished. Anyways, that's the end of the rant. That's about, I'm getting like 70 frames per second now. You know, with that i4 III at 8 gigs of 12800U with, very old system. Like this is, this rig is like, you know, is in between Xbox 360 and PS4's release. So it's not 2007, so it's not 2014. It's just like around 2010. This is a 2010 PC, and I'm getting a faster speed than probably your 2014 PC. Like I'm getting no problems here because I'm not buying Windows. I'm not updating. I'm checking for spyware on my firewall because this Asian guy always comes over and he uses Netflix. And as you know, you can't use incognito mode with Netflix. I've actually been using the Steam browser. I haven't been using the, where is the, is the points disabled? Where's the freaking, I guess something's disabled on here. This used to move around like yesterday, proof that, you know, computers change all the time. They're even changing the way your controller works, somehow. They're fucking fags. They definitely are. Anyways, that's my rant of the computer empire. You know, the top of the top of the food chain isn't really the top. It's not as conventional as any console. Every console, even the Dreamcast, will be so much more conventional, so much more easier to use. And that's the reality. Where's the start point? Oh, I'm right in front of it. Okay. As you know, my map is actually working. I can just press the tab button because I have auto cache deletion. But not really. Anyway, the map does have a problem. But I blame that on the functions of the controller. Like yesterday, my controller had a left cursor for the map, so they control that through signature somehow. I'm not gonna bother with the tech of your evasive private contributions, because I'm sure someone's doing that to you. I'm sure Dharma has a great wheel for that, but they are able to control through whatever. Maybe it's cache. See, now my map is off and I think that's strange. Oh, there it is. See, it might be cache and RAM. I honestly don't know why the map doesn't turn on and off. Like, there should be a cursor to move around. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. If there was a cursor, I would know.